You know, a really good question that comes up in the world of sales, no matter what industry you serve, whether it's heating and air, science, cars, doesn't matter what it is how do I stay consistent in sales? This is an important question. I'm Scott Silverman. I'm coming to life for HVAC technician sales secrets on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you. If you're watching this video and you're not in heating and air, welcome. If you are watching this video and you're in heating and air, congratulations. Let's have this conversation. And you know, when I take a look at all the things that I've been through, all the problems that I've had, all the problems that people have had when I've trained them, there's a couple of common core elements here. There's roughly about 10 or 11 of them, okay? And I'm gonna go through them with you. And so first is how to stay consistent is stay away from negative people. Like hands down, negative people, negative events will destroy your sales process, because here's the thing, when you're giving a presentation, when I'm giving a presentation, I'm gonna present from my dominant emotion. So if I go into a sales call angry, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna present angry in that sales call. That's gonna be the shade of the conversation that I start talking about. I'm gonna be mad about everything. I'm gonna be upset about things. And you may not believe this, but I've been on enough ride-alongs in my life to say, I know that you're having emotional problems in your sales process right now. What in the heck is going on in your life? Lost a family member, lost a house, a car, a pool, got a new girlfriend, got a new boyfriend, got a new husband, got a new wife, took a vacation. Somebody in my life is pissing me off. Those are the reasons why people lose deals, okay? Number two, admit when you're wrong. Like, there is no money in the world of sales by being wrong. There's not. I can think of, like, in my own personal life, there's things that I want to be right about and say, I am right, but it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, what matters is the truth. What matters is the truth of the person that you're meeting with. Sometimes you lose deals that way. Number three, you gotta set personal goals. You can't wait for your company to set the goals for you. You have to have skin in the game. You have to have your ideas of things that you want, things you want to buy, places you want to go, events you want to have take place. Me? Okay, here's the thing. Prior to COVID, I had a trip planned to Tahiti. I was gonna go watch the Billabong Pro in Chopu, right? That's like a major wave. It's a raging party on boats. Still gonna do it, but like that's a goal of mine. And my goals aren't gonna be your goals. And so here's a part of that you gotta understand is you have somebody at your organization that says, here is your quarterly goal. Great, that's their goal for you. What's your goal for you, right? You gotta have your own series of goals. This is why it's important for you to join HVACTechSecrets.com. I'll send you the goods, not on Facebook, not on YouTube. Number three, you gotta track your own numbers. You have gotta track your own numbers. Scott, I've got a thing that I log into and it tells me my numbers. Like, look, if you own those numbers, you own your day. You could create an Excel spreadsheet. You could create your own shadow pipe drive or Zoho or CRM, whatever you want to do, but you got to track your own numbers. And it makes sense for you to track your commissions too, because sometimes companies will go in there and be like, you were supposed to make $1,200 on that deal. I'll give you 800. You were supposed to make $4,000 on that deal. I'll give you 600, right? You got to track. Please track your own numbers. Number five, you got to role play. Oh my goodness. You want to be consistent in sales, you got to role play. You really do. And whether you do it while you drive, whether you do it with somebody that you work with, whether you pay somebody, a coach, a mentor, a trainer to come role play with you, you want to stay consistent in sales, you got to role play. And you got to watch other salespeople role play, because they're going to give you the goods. They're going to sit down and they're going to say something and you're going to go, I never thought about it that way. I got a good friend, Mitch Smith. Mitch Smith is one of the best salespeople I've ever seen in my life. Hands down. Hands down, I'll give it to Mitch, right? And the way that he says stuff, fantastic, but he makes total sense. But the guy has role played in practice. If you asked him, 20,000 sales calls, okay? Number six, outside training. Sometimes you have to pay for training on your own, and it's not cheap. The average salesperson spends about $100 a year. $100 average. Right there, you like 80% of the sales room is not your competition. You're after the 20% who are actually doing things, paying for their own coaching, paying for their own mentoring, listening to podcasts, finding ways to get better. Like you're doing it right now. So boom, congratulations. Glad you're here. Number seven, watch other salespeople. Wherever you go, you may go like, hey, I want to buy a Rolex. Great, watch the salesperson. Hey, I want to go to a timeshare. Great, watch the salesperson. Hey, I want to go buy an RV. Great, watch the salesperson. I want to buy a car. Great, watch the salesperson, right? Anything that you buy, you should literally watch the salesperson and ask them about their sales process. I treat everything as a source of information. I'm getting a ride back home from Sacramento Airport, and I'm talking to the Uber driver, and I'm talking to him about how much he makes. And he's being pretty open with me about things that he's got to do and the amount of miles he's got to drive and the amount of hours he's got to work to make $200 a day. It was a fantastic, eye-opening experience. I have a point of reference. I can have that conversation now. Number 8, listen more, talk less. Scott Silvermelt, had a huge problem with this when I started. I had a tough time listening because I wanted to be right. I wanted to show how smart I was. If you've got that problem, raise your hand. Welcome to the party. I got this problem too. We could build rapport on it. We could have a conversation. Number 9, be willing to take criticism. Okay? You're going to have a coach. You're going to have a mentor. Just do it again. Say it again. Write it down. Take this action. Talk slower. Talk faster. You're not doing it right. I've taken the lumps. Dr. Kevin Hogan, if you're watching my video, thank you, sir. I've taken the lumps. My little brother, there's been times in my life where I trained him. He comes across and says, hey, I noticed a couple things. You're being super negative in your life. Be willing to take criticism from the people who care about you. Right? The people who don't care about you, they might be just trying to tear you down. The people who care about you, that are there for you, that have the conversations, that want you to be better at what you do, the people who love you. Okay? Read books on conflict resolution. You might have heard me say this a couple of times. Like, one of the things that is not talked about in sales is that we have to deal with conflict. I don't like the price. I don't like the idea. I don't like the concept. I don't like the design. It's conflict resolution. There's really good books out there. You only need to read like 3 or 4. You don't have to read all of them. I didn't say read all the books on conflict resolution. Just read 3 or 4. Take some notes. See what you can gain from it. Laugh more often. Okay. One of the processes that I went through is, if I sold a deal, I listened to stand-up comedy. If I didn't sell a deal, I listened to stand-up comedy. And I would find people that I thought were funny, like little Jimmy Norton, Bill Burr, Mitch Hedberg, one of the greatest, and like a lot of old school comedy, some old Richard Pryor, some old Eddie Murphy. I would get out of my sales call because I would be upset that I didn't close the deal. I would go to comedy. It would get me to laugh. It would get me out of that funk for my next sales call, or get me out of that funk before I went home and went to bed. If I did close the call, I would listen to comedy, and I would be in an even more elevated mood, and I'd be super happy when I walked into the next person that I met with. So laugh when you're stressed out. Like, that's an easy way for me to say this. This next one might be surprising for you. Go to your religion. Pick your religion. I don't know what yours is, but like, some people read, some people pray, some people meditate. This is one of the ways to help you stay grounded. It may take for you to have a gratitude journal, which is cool. What are you grateful for? What I'm grateful for today is my friends. What I'm grateful for today is my family. Like, what are you grateful for? I'm smashing these two things together: gratitude and religion. Pick your either. Okay. I think I'm number 12. I had 13 of these. Take vacation. Take vacation. You gotta get time away. I made the mistake my first year in full-time sales. Is like, I tried to take every appointment that I could. I was exhausted. I probably could have closed at another 10% if I would have taken some time off, but I was more interested in like, how do I hit these numbers? I probably would have hit them faster by taking time off and being less stressed out. And then last of all, when you're in a sales slump, we all hit them. When you're in a sales slump, ask for help. And help could be from a sales professional. Help could be from a mental professional, a licensed therapist, a psychologist, somebody that can help you through whatever struggles that you're with. Bonus, donate time to charity. When we struggle, like, there's nothing better than giving up some of our own time to say, like, somebody else is in need. Just so you know, I appreciate you. Thank you for checking out this video. You got one thing to do from here: subscribe. And for this one, I'm going to ask you to send it. You got 2 things. Send it to some friends, because we all struggle. It doesn't matter the industry. It doesn't matter the service. A lot of us want to stay consistent. Some people are just in it for the bare minimum. That's not you. Send it to some friends. I would love for them to subscribe to the channel, even if they're not in heating and air conditioning technician or a salesperson. I have plenty of content for them. We'll see you soon.